We know that around 15% of our brain cells are actually immune cells. They're called microglia, and they are absolutely central to the neuroimmune or neuroinflammatory response. Now, the key thing to know about these microglial cells is that they are being modified by our environment. So the gut-brain axis directly impacts our microglial cells, meaning that our food choices, the bugs in our gut, directly influence our microglial cells, as do things like psychological stress. So taking that as a kind of unifying idea, which is that inflammation in the brain is correlated with basically everything that happens in the brain and that these microglial cells are playing a role, then we could ask about specific conditions. And there are a whole range of conditions that have now been associated with imbalances in the brain's immune system, specifically elevated chronic levels of brain inflammation. And these range the gamut. So it could be a dementia like Alzheimer's, a mental health condition like PTSD or depression, and potentially even issues like autism. So what does all of this mean? Well, we're expecting that the brain is kind of, somehow separate from the body. We still talk about it as separate from the body, especially as it relates to mental health conditions. People talk about the mind and the body as different. Turns out it all happens in your brain. So if your goal is to optimize your brain function, to prevent brain diseases, to wake up tomorrow feeling better than you did the day before, you gotta be paying attention to your brain. And the way that you can do that is pay attention to your brain's immune system. Specifically, you wanna program your brain's microglial cells towards a more anti-inflammatory state. That is complex science, I understand. We're bringing up a lot of terms, but the really good news is that these microglial cells are sensitive to the basics. So exercising, getting good sleep, stress reduction, a diet that is more similar to a Mediterranean pattern diet, these are all amazing tools we have to modulate our brain's immune system, and in doing so, help to prevent and potentially reverse a number of brain-specific conditions.